Hello, Megan. How are you?
Hi, Mandy. How are you? Good to see you.
I know we're all back in the office together today. We're still socially distancing though, so Megan's upstairs and I'm downstairs in my office. We just had a very, very long staff meeting about upcoming events and non-events and what's going on. And so, Megan, why don't you tell us about one thing that we do have coming up pretty soon?
Yeah, one thing for sure we have going on June 19th is a ribbon cutting for our friends at EJ's. We were just talking before we got on here that, they joined. We're going to have a ribbon cutting and then everything kind of went crazy. So we are excited that we are finally going to get to join or do a ribbon cutting for them. It will be at 11:30 at their restaurant located where the old Pizza Hut used to be, in that same strip as H&R Block and Bargain Hunt. So make sure you guys join us. There will be some precautions that we will be taking. We'll be offering masks to everybody, if you want to be in the picture and things like that. So we hope to see you guys there.
And I don't think you said, but it's on Friday, June 19th.
Friday, June 19th.
At 11:30, and I have it on very good authority. I have not. I can't confirm this myself, but a very good authority has told me that they have amazing pineapple margaritas. So maybe our next staff meeting, we need to check out her pineapple margaritas so that we can vouch for her, right?
And I swear by the cheese grits too. Complete opposite things, but I swear by them all. They're so good. So Erica, if you're listening, I'll probably get like the biggest to-go order of cheese grits and pineapple margaritas. You might know.
She has been talking about cheese grits all morning. I can attest to that. So today it is raining. It is a yucky, messy day. Normally that happens on Wednesdays because farmers market is on Wednesdays. So tomorrow we hope to see a lot of friendly faces at the farmers market at 105 College Street in the parking lot of the library. The farmers market is open 3:30 to 7 p.m. and they have about 8 to 10 vendors right now that you'll find pork, beef, chicken, eggs, produce, some really, really good tomatoes, bread.
Hey, the popcorn. Popcorn's even there.
Popcorn, that's right. I forgot. We've got a new vendor that does popcorn and he has some really good stuff. Yeah, lots of different flavors, and you'll be seeing a lot more produce coming in too. Broccoli was coming in, cucumbers, zucchini, squash. This is probably the week to really start seeing stuff. And I don't know if we'll have corn just yet, but probably another week or two we'll be having some delicious summer corn to enjoy. So we are ready, I think, to welcome our guests. Is that right, Megan?
Yeah.
Yeah,
ready?
We're very excited to have Hannah Herendeen from Oak and Pine Workshop. She does lots of fun things in her shop, but during COVID, she had to quickly reboot and find another play to make things work. And so, Hannah, why don't you tell us? I mean, you were really fast out of the gate with ways to still keep some revenue coming in so that you can keep the lights on and keep your customers engaged. So tell us, how that all came about and what you did.
Yeah. So, as y'all know, we are a group setting in here. And since COVID came, we obviously couldn't do that. So I had some of my customers that had asked if we could have a kit that we could take home. And I thought, man, that's such a great idea. So I ran with it. And let me say the community was so awesome. Every week I would release a new project on Tuesdays. And, within 24 hours, I could say that it was sold out. So it was definitely a hit to be something that I think I'm going to always kind of carry now. So a couple different things that we had done. We did a kids project the very first week. Then we went into a string art. We also did a noodle board, which I call a stove cover. People know them as noodle boards. We also did the infamous toilet paper holder because, toilet paper was obviously a big hit during COVID. So I'll show you guys an example of the kits and what to expect and then what you would get in it. This is our Father's Day kit that we had at the craft fair this past weekend. I'm almost sold out of them, but it's always a hit for Father's Day and Mother's Day. So I'm probably going to put some more together. But what you get in your kits, and this isn't just for this is for all kits in general. If you decide that you order one, you're going to get a stencil. So your stencil could be different. There's different options for every week, but this is for Father's Day. And then in your kit, you'll also get your block of wood. So if you don't know about Oak and Pine, we are a do-it-yourself wood sign workshop and personalized home decor. So you get to come in and get your material and make it from start to finish yourself. Typically, it's instructor-led and hands-on in the workshop, but because of COVID, we had to change it up a little bit. But we are open again. So if you want to come in, we are taking classes. But for the kits, you get an instruction guide with also my phone number on it. So if you get hung up on anything, you can always call me. You get your block of wood or whatever your project consists of. You also will get a piece of sandpaper, some gloves, and a stain cloth for you to stain or paint your board. And then also you get your brush to paint it and a safety pin to take your stencil off. We also provide your paint and stain so that literally you don't have to worry about anything. We give you everything that you need for you to have a successful project.
Yeah, I took advantage of a lot of your projects. I know the string art project was so much fun. I had seen those out a lot and never really given a lot of thought to it. But then I have a thing for cactuses right now, and you did a cactus one. And so that was so much fun. I talked to my husband about, I wonder if we could take a palette and do a giant string art project. And so yeah, he was thrilled that you were giving me ideas on stuff to do at home. But for people who aren't familiar with your store, you guys do offer a lot of fun opportunities. It's a great couples night or a girls' night out. I know that we got together with some of our neighboring chambers, and we had a Chamber Chicks night. And you customized that for us for Hocus Pocus, and so much fun. So I see people too tag you when they see something on Pinterest or they see. But you're really creative, and so what's your inspiration for some of the projects that you choose for us to get to participate in?
It honestly comes from a lot of customers. I have customers on the daily saying, can you make something like this? What is your take on this? So I'm just like everybody else. I get out there and I get on Pinterest and Google, and I'm like, oh, I like this, but I like it in this version. So I'm always mixing and matching stuff up and trying to come up with new creative things. Like the project list that we have here is endless. We have everything from frame signs. So you can make like cute little frame signs. You can do our projects. We can have a lazy Susan put on the back of it. Blanket ladders, like I said, stove covers. We do everything here. So there's something for everyone. And I know that you mentioned the group setting. My favorite group that can come in is couples. I love watching guys come in and them say, this really isn't for me. Like I just came for my wife, and they leave and they're like, oh my gosh, I want to come back.
They ended up taking like, no, we need to go this way, or we need to do this.
Yeah, and they get in here, and it's so funny because they grab tape measure, they get that level out, and they're just really trying to make it perfect. And they get to a point where they're like, okay, what do I do next? And then they look for the instruction, and then at the end, like, I can't believe I made this. And that's why I do this. I love watching people, leave with something that they didn't think that they could make. So I love sharing that passion.
Yeah, that's also fun. Back in, was it October that we did the Women of White House? Hannah came and partnered with us, and people got to do choose between two different signs. One was thankful and one was joy for like Christmas. But the ladies there had so much fun, and that was the biggest group you've had?
Yeah, that was 30 people
that day. Yeah, so that was really fun. I remember that at the fire hall.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and we had my daughter for her 10th birthday about 3 weeks before everything shut down. we had her birthday party there, and that was so much fun for those girls. She had 5 or 6 girls, and she chose the design, but they all made very different signs. And I think that's one of the things that's really neat too, is when you have a group that's all making the same sign, how different each person's comes out and what they do.
And kids, they come in here and you can give them one, like you said, one design, and it's crazy to see how many different directions that they go and how creative they get with it, because it kids in general have a lot of creativity. So I love birthday parties with the kiddos too.
Absolutely. And it's really something that people, it looks a little intimidating because you really walk away with a professional piece of home decor, but it's not as scary as it seems. I can do it. Megan can do it. Megan has more craftiness than I do, but I mean, we picked it up really fast, and they should not be intimidated by it. If it's something that you have interest in, really go give it a try, right, Megan?
Yeah, I 100% agree, and it's just so much fun. I even got to use the piece that we made at our chamber outing in my wedding, and I still have it in our house. So it's just that special piece that that you made with the help of an awesome person in the community. It's just a great thing to do, and I highly suggest everybody go try out. Here's some signs.
That's right. And you got you do custom orders too if people don't have time. So tell us a little bit how you do that.
Yes, I have people ask all the time, hey, the workshop isn't really my thing, or I don't really have the time, because the classes do take roughly 3 hours. So it's hard for some people's schedules to be able to come in and find babysitters. And I get asked a lot, do you do custom signs? And I love custom pieces. So if there's something out there that somebody wants, I can definitely make that for them. They don't necessarily have to come in.
All right. Well, so tell us where you're located again, Hannah.
We are in White House, in the same shopping center as Colorado Grill, the infamous Colorado Grill, on the opposite end. So in the Deer Crossing Plaza.
All right. And you can schedule parties just about any time during the day for mom groups or couples in the evenings, weekends. And what's your maximum, about 10 to 12 in the studio?
I like to say around 12. And I also can travel for bigger parties that want to do like group or like work events or whatnot. So if your group cannot necessarily fit in here, I do travel. But right now we're trying to keep it smaller because of COVID. So between 6 and 10, but I can accommodate up to like 14 or 15 in the studio.
And I would highly recommend an activity like that as a team building activity for some of our groups. I know at least a few of our other businesses have done that, and it is great team building because there's a lot of talking and a lot of communication that happens while you're sanding and painting and stamping.
There is. And I always tell people when they come in, you come in as strangers, but I promise you, we leave as friends. When you spend so long together in here, you get to know each other and really, really gain a relationship. So I love that.
You can also drink wine while you do it, right? That's what you said, maybe? Yeah. Just bring your own wine.
Drinks. Yep.
Yes. That does that makes it fun.
It does.
It's fun either way, but yeah.
Yes.
More this from EJ's.
Absolutely fun. Yeah. All right. And now that we can do it to go, so yeah, we could definitely do that. But we definitely, as we plan events, we had such a great response to our Women in White House. We know that we want to do something like that again because that is something, the crafts and activities, they really like that. So hopefully this fall we'll be able to choose another sign and do something and have even more people so that we can keep being her biggest event at the chamber. So Hannah, is there anything else that you want to add before we wrap up today?
No, just letting people know that I am open and we are taking bookings. So I know some people are kind of on the fence about it. We are cleaning and we have masks in here. We had them to begin with just because of the dust. So if you want to come in, we are open and we're looking forward to the next step as far as after COVID and getting these bookings back on the calendar.
That's right. And even if they don't want to come in, you've got the make and take kits that they can order. And I'm sure if you had a group order, you could put that together for them and send it out.
Mm-hmm. I'm definitely doing like virtual classes right now. So even if you don't want to come in, I'm looking into doing that as well.
Cool. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's great. Well, thank you so much. We got one comment. It's probably somebody saying hello. Yep, just hello. Hey, Jana Spicer, how are you?
Hey, Denise.
Denise, our friends at Credit Union. Yes, yes. So we have lots of people tuned in. Thank you so much, Hannah, for joining us. Megan and I definitely say go get you a make and take kit or schedule you a party because it is lots of fun.
It is.
So much for having me.
Yes, ma'am. And Oaken Pine is located in Deer Crossing at the opposite end of Colorado Grill. So if you want to go in and see her to schedule your party or give her a call, Megan will throw that phone number up there. Yep, and get your party scheduled and make Dad something great for Father's Day. Thanks again, Hannah, for joining us.
Thank you, Hannah.
Thanks.
All right, Megan. Coming up on Thursday, we have Dr. Chris Causey from Robertson County Schools. He's going to join us and talk a little bit about graduation ceremonies, what's happening with the school system, and give us some updates. So I hope that you'll all join us on Thursday for Dr. Causey.
And we also, in our staff meeting, have talked about future chamber connections. So we have some really awesome people lined up. So make sure you continue to join us every time you see Chamber Connections in our feed or in our newsletter, because we promise you don't want to miss our upcoming guest.
That's right. We hope that you will join us, and we hope that you have a great rest of the day, and we hope to see you at the farmers market tomorrow supporting our local farmers. And as always, we encourage you to shop locally and think White House first. And of course, at the White House Area Chamber of Commerce, we invite you to discover White House.
Bye.